Hello and welcome back to Cars Race-O-Rama, where for today we are now doing episode 3, and we are ultimately doing our first Academy Challenge for this segment, which oddly enough is basically the long way round the circuit. And I also figured out why exactly I couldn't necessarily hear the engine on the first two segments. It was simply because, well, I turned the volume down too much. So I turned that up a little bit just to try and see if I could maybe get some sound from the motor, but ultimately, yeah, that's basically the main reason why you weren't able to hear the engine for the first two segments. And by the way, the motor is the same as the engine to anyone who doesn't know cars. Anyways, just going to head the long way around because I think that'll be simpler, and also going to collect some neat little bonus points whilst I'm here, because I figured that would be a part of the incentives. So, long way around, and apparently we also get certain bolt points for new characters as well, which is unique. And the one thing I probably didn't notice. Anyways, driving the long way around, trying to see if there's anything I can get. Not going to do that one yet. I'm just going to get on with this. And apparently we can now play as Doc Hudson, and we've also officially unlocked the first paint job for Doc, apparently. Well, you learn something new every day. Alright, anyways, here we go. Academy Challenge 1. Race against rival students and fellow students. And by the way, these rival students and fellow students, they don't have names. They're just part of the Doc Hudson Academy, along with also being a part of the Chick Hicks Academy. And yes, by the way, to those of you who did of course watch the first episode of this, you probably know very well that obviously Chick Hicks, of course, basically the top enema of this game. Academy Challenge 1. Start your engines. I've always wanted to say that here. Win by placing the top 3 on the final lap and drive like the wind. There is a Gran Turismo event by that name, Like the Wind. FYI.
Nobody beats me on this track.
And I'm honestly not surprised to see how two out of 3 of our opponents are part of the Chick Hicks Academy. Doesn't surprise me. Literally does not surprise me one bit. Literally does not surprise me one bit. Yes. And like I have said before, it's going to be very hard for me to try and squeeze my voice into the dialogue of the game itself, but hopefully, whilst my PC is registering the audio, it won't necessarily have too much. Sound overruling my voice. And we get our kit parts. And apparently we did of course obtain some unlockables as well, which is pretty cool. Just gotta get past the leading Chick Hicks student and round the outside. Not secure for first yet. Trying to basically hold on to the lead as of which I am using my drift taxi. My drift tactics. Very much pulling off a Takumi Fujiwara by just basically
Remember, kids, I'm a professional.
drifting my way through the corner whilst I pull off the pass. I think that's what Takumi does, or Takumi, whichever way you want to pronounce it.
Like being cool without even trying.
I have watched Initial D, by the way, which is arguably considered by many as more or less being the best car anime series ever created. And also furthermore, I did hear it was going to get a sequel for next year, you know, 2023. I heard there was going to be a sequel to Initial D called MF Ghost. And once they do manage to make an anime series on that, I'll probably try and see if I can watch it at the nearest available source. Yeah, by the way, I should also mention this is the final lap, and ultimately, I'm basically dominating this event because I'm leading by over 2 seconds. Or at least I was leading this by 2 seconds. But again, I have enough of a margin, just gonna boost my way across the line, build up some momentum. And there we go. Victory in the first Academy Challenge. And as a result, we have now unlocked our third gold event, which is the Hudson Student Run, and we've also unlocked 3 new kit parts as a result of obtaining the spark plugs. And won in the end by 2.6 seconds over the nearest Chick Hicks student, and also the first Doc Hudson Academy student finished in 3rd. And furthermore, that's also the only Chick Hicks student inside the top 4, because the rest of them are basically from 6th to 8th, which is basically at the back of the pack. So anyways, 3 gold events down and still 1 left, which is cool. And I have also figured out how exactly to get the engine sounds I want, like I said at the start of the video. And yes, just to remind everyone, there's no difference between an engine and a motor, they're both basically the same thing. Alright, so we have just 1 gold event left, and that is the Hudson Student Run. Coming up next time. I shall see you all in the Hudson Student Run.